afternoon, everyone. I am Rosemary DAAROL, and now I'll be reporting the meaning of socialization, the school as an agent of social change, school as a social organization, and social changes and challenges brought by the Industrial Revolution. What is socialization? Accordingly, socialization is the process by which individuals internalize the norms and values of society, and so social and cultural continuity are attained. So basically, socialization is the process of knowledge, beliefs, perspectives, norms, ideas that you have attained in the society. Starting from the infancy, you can acquire the beliefs, habits, and accumulate knowledge of society through education and training for adult status. So, di ba, we have known na family is the basic unit of the society. Because if unsa man gud ang gitudlo sa imong ginikanan sa bata pa ka, muna siyang maghatag og impluwensya sa imo kung unsa nimo pag-treat ang other people. If your parents taught you to have a good manners and right conduct, of course you would share that to other person and to the other groups, community, or society. So there are stages of socialization. First would be the investigation. At this stage, it is all about being cautious for searching and information. It's just like you're looking for something that could satisfy you. It could be a group, a person, or a circle of friends that you think you are comfortable with, whatever you're doing, whatever you're saying. You can say that loudly and express it clearly to that particular group, person, or organization. The individuals are comparing their groups for them to know which one will fulfill their needs. Second would be the socialization. It is where an individual already accepts the group's values, norms, and perspectives assimilation. New members are accommodated, and the old members of the group is adapting so that they can fit into the new members. So the purpose of this stage of socialization is to have the unity and acceptance between the new members and the old ones. Next would be the maintenance, a stage where the members negotiate what contributions are expected to remain in the membership. At this stage, the member is contrasting whether he or she will continue to the group or not. Fourth would be the remembrance. Former members are reminiscing their memories during their membership. If the group reaches the consensus of the reasons for the departure, conclusion about overall experience of the group become part of the group's tradition. So let's proceed to the types of socialization. A type of socialization happens whenever a child learns values, norms, and behaviors that should be displayed in order to live accordingly to a specific culture. First would be the primary socialization. It is where a child learns values, norms, and behavior to live accordingly to what he thought is acceptable in their specific culture. Example, na a child learns something from the he is influenced by the society, even if kabalo siya nga, wala pa man gid siya kabalo di ay nga kana siya is dautan na siya, even if dautan na siya, as long as mo na yung kakakita sa society, so mo ginayang gina-apply bisag bastos na siya, kay iya mang pagsabot is acceptable siya. Next would be the secondary education. It is where a person learns what is the appropriate behavior to be displayed in the society, even in the small little things. For example, a person is attending a seminar in a local organization, in a local area. Even if that seminar is for local lang, but siya'y nakatabang sa society, in order the society will achieve or meet the greater good. Third would be the developmental socialization. It is where a learning process that a person is facing his or her fear just to develop social skills or verbal communication. For example, your English teacher assigned you to present an extemporaneous speech on Monday. You know to yourself that you are afraid of crowds, audiences, and bisan pa gani pag tungtong sa stage, di ba? You are afraid. But your purpose or your goal in that speech that you'll be presenting is to develop your social skills. That is why nag-prepare ka, nag-practice gid ka para if ma-present na nimo siya, kabalo na ka, and that time you develop your verbal communication. Fourth would be the anticipatory socialization. This is the process where a person is practicing and anticipating for his social relationship. So for example, we as future educator, of course as a students, diba, we're just learning. But if sa atong kaugalingan, we are preparing ourselves what would be the persons that we'll be facing in the future. Unsa gid kaha ilang mga character. So that is why we are preparing ourselves and nagitay mga usay ginasulti nga mga dialogue or gina-practice nato tong selves in communication for us to be prepared na sa future na atong encounter. Next would be the re-socialization. It is where you're rejecting your previous behaviors. So, dani na part is you are accepting those new patterns and rebuilding your social skills. Okay, let's proceed to the agents of socialization. First would be the family, where infants is dependent on others to survive. So, nganong importante man ang family? Family is considered as the supreme agent of socialization. Why? Because ang family manggod, dako ka siya influence sa usa ka bata, usa ka estudyante. Because ang family, sila ang una nga nagtudlo sa imo how to communicate other people. And the family is responsible for teaching us how to function ourselves. Next would be the school. Transfer subject, knowledge, and teach life skills. For example, a teacher is teaching students to follow directions and pass their outputs before deadline. So, dani sa school, ang estudyante makatuon siya through the interaction with his or her teachers, the staff, and the classmates or the students. Next would be the peers. Allows children to create a relationship and to learn their own decision without an adult that guided them. Fourth would be the mass media. The learnings came from the television, internet, radios, movies, magazine, and books. Faith would be the religion. This influences morality, become a key component in people's idea of what is right and wrong. Let's talk about the school as an agent of social change. School plays an important role in the development of individuals and activities. First, here is the school as an organization. In basic education, Department of Education determines the bureaucratic structure of schools from the national, regional, division, district, and the local school level. So what is bureaucracy? Bureaucracy is a kind of government system where the decisions are made by the state officials. So what are they doing in this organization? During the national level, the DepEd Secretary acts as the head of the whole bureaucracy that is supported by the undersecretaries. There are 4 bureaus composed by the central offices. First is the Bureau of Curriculum Development. Second is the Bureau of the Learning Delivery. Third is the Bureau of Learning Resources. And fourth is the Bureau of Educational Assessment. Regional offices are headed by regional directors supported by different education supervisors. Division offices are headed by superintendent and supported by educational supervisors. This district offices are headed by district supervisors and supported by educational supervisors also. At the school level, the principal serves as the chief administrative and academic officer of the school. The master teachers and classroom teachers, they are the one that's supporting the principal in order to finish and accomplish the task. Second is the school as a learning organization. They are helping learners to learn and also to develop their knowledge, skills, and values that is important for every individual. It is to implement the curriculum prescribed by the Department of Education, guided by different principles and theories of teaching. Third is the school as a community, composed of teachers, administrators, students, staff, and stakeholders with one purpose, or kibali isa ra ilang goal for that community. They are guided by common values and culture. So there are four elements guided the community. First is the vision. It is where they are thinking kung unsa ba ang posible nilang buhaton that is needed for school to accomplish itself, people, and for the society. Second is the values. They provides a framework for organizational culture and behavior of the entire school. Third is the leadership. It provides administrative and management that will support the day-to-day and function the school. Fourth is the culture. Pertains to shared values and behavior of students, teachers, staff, and administration. School as a community aims to respond to different changes and challenges in the society brought by different social and natural forces. So, dili lang sa quality of education na ilang i-teach sa students, but also how the development is needed in the society. So, school as a social organization. School is preparing young children to their future roles as productive citizens in the country. And it is important because of they fulfill a function that has a strong effect on the quality of education. The system theory is one of the organizations who have the best explanation to the nature of school as a social organization. Under the system theory, it is important to examine the characteristics of the school and the relationship among personnel. Structure have as characteristic of rational, natural, and open system. Have hierarchies of authority, goals, and rule expectation that is similar to bureaucratic organization. Here, in structure, they need to think and develop innovative programs nga kinahanglan siya sa school and also magamit po siya sa mga estudyante. The principal here needs more freedom to decide, as well as the teacher need to be empowered to make instructional innovating and decision for their school, for their classes, and for their students. Culture and climate. School culture is preserved and transferred to new members by socialization process according to Kowalski 2010. New teachers are learning the shared culture from their colleagues, influenced by the philosophy and core values of students inside school. And private schools, especially sectarian schools, are famous for their natural norms and culture among their ability to sustain. It is influential in shaping students' character and value system. Why? Because in the culture and climate, especially private school, na mga sectarian school, they are teaching the hidden curriculum na, for example, kana mga values, mga ma-learn nila na values. So, that is why it is influential. Institutional culture is the thread that binds all teachers, students, staff, and alumni. It is their identity as a school. So if there is a culture, also there is a climate that represent as an organization's distinguishing character, behaviors, and feelings. The four elements. First is the physical frame is the physical factors of a school like equipment, classroom. Second is the social frame is the social factor. Third is the environment, mostly related to social behavior of individuals within a school. Fourth is structural frame represent factors such as hierarchy, authority, rule, and symbolic frame is the parts of culture like beliefs, norms, values, according to Kowalski. Leadership and decision making. Accordingly, in school system of schools, an important aspect of leadership is the quality and systematic effect of functions and behavior of principal as leaders, according to Borkos on 2014. The Governance of Basic Education Act provided a way to enhance the system of leadership and decision-making process in school. Annually, schools are mandated their annual schools improvement plan or SIP. It is helps to improve students' scholastic performance. So dinhi ginatabangan niya na ma-improve ang scholastic performances sa mga students. Relationship. Schools are stemmed from interaction among people that can be found within the outside of the organization. Relationship within school building and with the community are essential elements of socialization and have a significant impact on many vital processes that is according to Buscos 2014. So now is the social changes and challenges brought by the Fourth Industrial Revolution. The Fourth Industrial Revolution builds on digital revolution with cyber-physical system providing new mechanism and allowing technology to embedded within societies and in the human bodies, according to Davis, 2016. Bernard in 2016 stated that it is marked by emerging technology breakthroughs in a number of fields. Schwab in 2016 also describes how the Fourth Industrial Revolution is fundamentally different from the previous three industrial revolutions. So, internet, cloud computing, and social media create different opportunities and challenges in the social institution and particularly for the global education system. Bernard on 2016 also posits the Fourth Industrial Revolution provides various opportunities to improve human communication and conflict resolution. Okay. So the Fourth Industrial Revolution brought significant social transformation that created a new world economy characterized by A. Wider employment opportunities. B is the demand for quality, competitive, and flexible workers. C is the globalization. So, what do you think why globalization has a challenges brought by the fourth social changes and challenges brought by the Fourth Industrial Revolution? Because globalization is needed na nga kibali mag-adjust na ang mga tao and because of the high technology, people are adjusting, they are improving. So, dili na awat sa una ang socialization skills sa tao, sa mga citizens, karon nilang ginagamit is kung unsa ang demand sa society. So, dapat they need to apply that in order for them to survive. D is the millennial workforce. E is the mobility. F is the technological advancement. So, technological advancement, why there is a challenges? Because, of course, for example, ang mga tribes, dili na sila, maglisod na sila o sabot sa new environment karon because of the technology. They don't know how to use technology. So that is why they have na gap between them in transmitting the information that they wanted to point out. For example, if they want to, gusto nila nga magbaligyain na or na sila gusto nga i-transform na goods and services, it would be hard for them because of the technological advancement that people are adjusting and they are left behind because na sila sa mga remote areas. So, and last is the new behaviors. New behaviors, it's because of modernization. People are changing and they are evolving, and those norms, beliefs that was practiced before, so murag na change na gid siya. It's because of the changes pod nga nag-evolve sa society, sa people. So that is one of the reason why there is a social changes and challenges that is brought by the fourth industrial revolution. So, calls for educational system graduates prepared for responding the qualified graduates. Old literacy like reading, writing, and math have to be strengthened in adding new literacies to produce qualified human who can thrive in digital era. So first is the data literation, the ability to read, analyze, and use the information in digital world. Second is the technology literation, the ability to understand mechanical system work like coding, artificial intelligence, and engineering principles. So for example, mga IT, information technology, they are literate in comes to technology and coding, di ba? So third is the human literation. It is all about communication, humanities, and design. Developing leadership skills, social competencies, teamwork, professionalism, and a set of values. So there are then the World Economic Forum in 2016 identified example of these skills under the social changes and challenges brought by the fourth industrial revolution. First is the complex problem solving. Second is the innovation skills. Third is the critical thinking. Fourth is the creativity. Fifth is the people management. Sixth is the collaboration. Seven is the emotional quotient. Eight is decision making. Nine is the negotiation skills. 10 is the entrepreneurship. 11 is the cognitive influency. So would that our report ends. So thank you for listening.